What are the repercussions?
Allow me, Mr. Kenneth, before I come and focus on Ugandan specific context. I want to give a general light in terms of the repercussions. About 5 areas that I would want to look at. Number
Please.
one, United States has used what has never been used yet in terms of usage of artificial intelligence. They call it anthropic cloud. And this is more or less like a war room assistant kind of application. That what does it do exactly? It maps the targets. That's why these guys have been taken out. It maps the target, and it was first used in Venezuela. It will give second by second update on where the targets are. Then we also have what this AI anthropic cloud does, and that is it identifies the patterns. You, the target, what do you do? From morning to eve to the following morning, and throughout, even including when you're snoring, really, using the gadgets that you have, the phones, the meetings, the satellite, the telecommunication networks that integrate with your devices. But of course, we also look at it as it is an intelligence. It gathers intelligence and makes strategic inputs. But also, on the other hand, it creates real-time simulation with the precision that it is only God that can be put at that level. It thinks faster than a human being, several folds. It is only God perhaps who can think faster than it. Now, if you look at the implication of this military, this strategic weapon, the so-called AI cloud, what do other states?
What do they have?
What do they have, and what do they feel about this? And what does this mean for the new for the new type of war that the international system is going to witness? That is first implication: the use of artificial intelligence. Of course, we can cobble this up together with cybersecurity at the end of it all. But this is really a war room assistant. Now, on the other implications, for Iranian state itself, the scale of destruction will take a lot of resources and effort and political will for the next regime that should come. Or should this one survive in power?
Normally, the U.S. provides resources. Not
now,
once they have installed the leader that they want.
Where does the U.S. get these resources?
From that.
Iran has oil and all these things. We don't
I
know
think
what,
it will be on the
we don't
backs
know what
of
in those mountains.
I think it will be on the backs of the taxpayers of different
Iran.
societies, Iran and other countries. But also, how about the flights that have been affected? We have just been talking off air about people who are stranded. I know Iran really is almost at the center of the Gulf region, and with its political clout, most of the air flights are rerouted around Iran. Now, with what's going on, the airspace is cut. No state or no flight company would be interested in having its, because the Iranian regime is actually targeting all these flights,
We have
civilian
some
flights.
Airline is actually announcing resumption of limited flights to deal with the congestion that is at the airports. Hopefully,
But
nothing
in
happens.
situations of war, you can never guarantee. Then we can also talk about, of course, the oil refinery and other shipments. With the war going on, and especially if you look at the strategic placement or location of the Strait of Hormuz in the Gulf region, and with this war raging on, definitely the flow of international trade in regard to oil, refinery.
Three oil tankers have so far been hit.
You can have a look at that. That definitely has got global economic reverberations, but also a spike in global oil prices.
All right.
Do not get surprised tomorrow when you move downtown.
And the cost of transport has
the
gone
cost
up.
of transport has gone up, but also chapati sellers, makers complain. The price. You remember what happened with
Because
Ukraine?
the wheat is not
The
coming.
wheat is not coming, and all this and all that. Just the other end of it, of course, is the possibility of resumption of the terror networks. These anti-American groups, the Hezbollah, Hamas,
Will they
the
survive?
Houthis. No. It is not about them surviving. it is actually a breeding ground for them now to come back full time. In
Legitimate reason.
They have legitimate reasons now. And of course, how about in a faraway place like Uganda, with these terror networks coming up? Are we sure we shall not have a straight resumption of uninterrupted cooperation between these terror groups with the one from Somalia, Al-Shabaab? How about our own down here, the ADF? Our own down here, the ADF, in the neighboring country, at just across the border. These are the possible repercussions that we might want to see. But that one might want to, of course, speaking from, I am now trying to imagine that I have met one or two village political analysts. They would want to make arguments that, please, for the case of Uganda, we have just come from elections. From elections that some people are extremely very unhappy. Maybe they would be saying, probably in either fantasy or real, God can determine this a little bit later. But the conversation is,
some of them posting on social media that America come to Uganda next. I don't know even whether that's possible. Let's go to Mr. Barak. The repercussions from your side.
Thank you very much, Anderson. The repercussions for this war have already been felt. Tourism, which is our greatest export earner, most of the tourists transit through the Middle East. They often come through Dubai or Doha. And because that region established itself as a hub, as a travel hub. Wherever you're traveling, whether you're traveling from Uganda, you're going to Europe, you'll have to pass.
You will find all the flights.
9 out of 10, your flight will take you through that route. Now, and likewise, whether you're looking at investors coming in, they come through that route. So right now, as we speak, Ugandan, you can confirm this with any person in the hotel business, but they will tell you there have been cancellations already because people are stuck that side. They can't fly through. If you see, we have very few direct flights from Europe directly to Uganda. Most of them route through Dubai and Doha. With those two being no-fly zone, we have that challenge already. When you look at our brothers and sisters who are stuck there, who earn a lot, they give us Uganda earns about 1.6 billion from remittances, and about 35% of that money comes from our brothers and sisters in the Middle East, all of them collectively. As we speak, most of them, because they work in the blue-collar industry, they are not working because those industries are usually the first ones to be told, stop. They've already received stop work orders. I actually have somebody that I know that that works there that was actually told, no, first relax. For all the people that earn from the airport, no work is going on. All our flowers that have to go to Europe, they pass through there. No, a lot. The economic impact for Uganda is huge. Already, as Mr. Opio has hinted, the Strait of Hormuz has been shut down. So that means oil. The price of oil already, if you look at Brent crude right now, a barrel is about $72, yet before it was around 60, 50 there. So already the price of oil has shot up, and we are going to see this reflect on our pumps this coming week. We will feel it automatically. So the UAE has established itself, not just the UAE, but the countries of the GCC. Let me refer to them as the Gulf Cooperation Council. That is, you have UAE, Qatar, you have Bahrain, you have Kuwait, you have Saudi Arabia. Many of those guys are our trading partners, and we earn a lot of positive revenue from them. Even our oil here, the entity that is going to fund our refinery is from the UAE. You saw one of the maktoums in the nation a few months ago to seal that deal. If you look at Uganda Telecom, the agency behind that deal that's supposed to pump money into that is from the UAE. Look at our number one foreign exchange earner right now, gold. Most of our gold goes through the UAE. So when the UAE suffers, we will suffer seriously. We will feel it. Secondly, the UAE had replaced China as a source for high quality, low cost consumer products. If you go to your supermarket later on, you will see many of the products are now coming in from the UAE. And the reason is because they have a favorable tax regime there that makes their commodities extremely cheap. So our business people, instead of flying to China, nowadays they've been flying to the UAE. And that has been working very well until the US and Israel threw a spanner in those works. So for Uganda, we stand to lose. In fact, every single day that war continues, we are losing a lot of money.
All right.
And yes.
All right. Gentlemen, very quickly, we actually need to find how we can solve this problem. What would you advise from your experience looking at how things are going on?
Yeah, before you come to that, just give me a second, Mr. Lukwago. I am imagining, in terms of the implication of this war, and especially looking at Uganda. Uganda has a cooperation with Iran, especially the areas of health, to the effect that we have this hospital, Iran-Uganda Friendship International Hospital.
Yes, for sure.
What do you think is going to be the fate of this hospital? Probably Minister of Health and the government of Uganda needs, they should really be in position to begin to think otherwise. Before things get out of hand. But that aside, you are asking what needs to be done. I am, given the fact that the international system is riddled with the handworks of United States, that the current international system that we see, of course, having come out from World War II, after World War II, that is Cold War period, from the bipolar system to a unipolar system, and increasingly, as we speak now, it is no longer United States calling the shots. I think other powers have emerged, especially if you look from the position of this new outfit, BRICS, including, it has got states including Russia, Brazil, India, China, South Africa, and of course others that would want to join. Now, if you look at what is happening, given the fact that the world or the international system is no longer unipolar, what is the repercussion? Number one, I would want to imagine, of course, at the United States level, by I think yesterday, Sandy Sanders, this is a former presidential contender in the previous election, is trying to urge the U.S. Congress to move a motion in regard to outlawing this war. And they are actually accusing the Washington-based regime or the Trump 2.0 regime
for beginning the war without authorization from
Congress. And we do not, and we can only now begin to think the repercussion of this.
All right.
That's number one. Number two, what would prevent another state from behaving in the same way United States has behaved? I don't know our own big man here, Mr. Museveni, President Museveni. Of course, time and again, the other time, when there was...
We have been going to DRC,
South Sudan. Probably, there is no any more reason for anybody to bully Mr. Museveni. You went, I can equally go wherever I would want.
All right.
That is the second conversation I might want to talk. But the other one, if time allows, I would also want to imagine that what is the kind of what kind of plane is the international system going to have, therefore?
The UN, for instance, Security Council. Can they-
what's the utility of these organizations? You know, yesterday I was very shocked. I saw the chairman of African Union issuing a statement, and he was bashing, you know, these Gulf states, you know, Kuwait and so on. No, not these states, but rather he was bashing Iranian states. Why did Iran, you know, strike these other states?
All right.
But anyway.
All right.
Yes,
Very quickly, Mr. Barak, your way forward. Very
yes.
quickly, in a few seconds.
Okay. I believe one thing we can agree here tonight, and one thing that our listeners should understand, is the international rule-based order is officially dead. For a long time, in the unipolar moment, we had the US was the leader of the international rule-based order.
They will bring
Now,
about
if
consensus.
the leader of the international rule-based order is the one breaking the rules, what does that tell? I mean, unless right now the double standards in the international systems are glaring. They are obvious. I mean, the other day, sanctions were piled on Russia, they were piled on Putin, they were piled on everyone. Hey, why are you invading? Today, a sovereign nation has been attacked without any cause, any justification. They were even in the middle of negotiation, you know. And I can give you years, and I will tell you, there will never be evidence that Iran was seeking to enrich uranium.
All right.
This will end up the same way. The weapons, the other goose chasing of Iraq, weapons
Weapons
of
of mass
WMDs that were nowhere to be found.
All right.
I believe that is the same. And for trust in the international order, that one is now dead. Meaning, because now it says that indeed, the rules are made by the powerful for the weak, meaning small nations like Uganda, you follow the rules. The big
Powerful.
nations, they are free to hunt
do
as
as
they
they
please.
All right. All right. Let's go.